From divorce to dating in 20 days. That's the headline of the new People magazine hitting newsstands Friday, in which Jon and Kate plus 8 star Jon Gosselin speaks out about a new romance. Yes, less than 3 weeks after the breakup of his 10-year marriage on national TV, the father of 8 says he wants to move forward. ABC's Andrea Canning has the details.
From Pennsylvania dad to Playboy.
Whoa, shopping, huh? What'd you get us? Stop. I'll take anything from Gucci.
Jon Gosselin returned from paradise last night with a pair of Gucci bags in tow, souvenirs from a French Riviera yacht trip with new girlfriend, 22-year-old Haley Glassman. Glassman, described as a wild child who was once arrested for marijuana possession, is the daughter of the plastic surgeon who performed Kate's tummy tuck in 2006. Jon told People magazine, "What began as a friendship has grown into something more. I know that my decision to appear publicly with Haley this weekend will be scrutinized, but I hope that people can see I'm a regular guy who is going through a very difficult time in life and wants to move forward." And that means moving forward less than 3 weeks after announcing he was divorcing Kate, his wife of 10 years.
Jon, how's Kate taking all this? You out, niece with your girlfriend? I guess you'd have to ask Kate.
I don't know this guy, but I would think about this potentially as a fairly hostile public act to his still wife.
While Jon was living it up in Saint-Tropez, Kate was back in Wernersville, Pennsylvania, keeping her routine. Kate ignored the paparazzi who asked her about her soon-to-be ex's new romance. Jon would only say, "Kate and I agreed to a 45-day period in which we wouldn't talk about each other."
Jon and Haley were aboard the Saint-Tropez yacht with fashion designer Christian Adigier, who is now in talks with Jon to design a clothing line inspired by his love of motorcycles, tentatively called Hollywood Rebel.
But despite his flashy new career in fashion, he says the kids remain #1. Every 10 minutes, I keep thinking about the kids and missing them.
If you're really thinking about the kids, the general rule is you don't introduce another person that you're dating until after the divorce. That just is not a great message to send about commitment, about restraint.
But after reportedly partying all night at clubs, dining on lobster, and shopping at Prada, his days as Mr. Mom may be numbered. For Good Morning America, Andrea Canning, ABC News, New York.
And for more, we turn now to People magazine senior editor Kate Coyne. Kate,
Hi.
Thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks.
Hello. So, 20 days after the breakup, we see him there in the French Riviera. This is not speculation. You all had this interview with him. Why would he want to do this interview?
You know, Jon has always been fairly unapologetic about everything that he does. When the paparazzi were really hounding him a few months ago, I had said to him, "Is there anything you want to say to the paparazzi about leave me alone or get out of my life?" And he said, "No, I have nothing to say to them. I have no reason to engage them." And in this case, you know, we gave him the opportunity to sort of explain his motivations for this sort of public debut of his new relationship. And again, he was unapologetic about it and said, you know, I have two choices. I can go into hiding and live a life of isolation, or I can move forward, and I'm choosing the latter.
And he's choosing to move forward. And it's really changing perception, the public's perception of both of them, because, you know, Jon was seen as a doting father at home, and Kate was seen as, you know, glamorous and all that. Now she's at home with the kids going grocery shopping. He's in the French Riviera. So is the public seeing a different side?
Yeah, this is an interesting, and some would say maybe overdue, reversal of the situation, because this all began, let's not forget, with Jon's actions. He was the one who went to a bar at 2 a.m. He was the one who was photographed with college kids partying. And yet, for some reason, very early on in the telling of this story, the heat started to really be focused on Kate, and she was getting attacked, and people were really drawing a lot of attention to her. But really, Jon's the one who's been out there, you know, living a little fast and furious. And now, finally, I think a lot of attention is being focused on the way he's acting and who he is these days.
Well, we had a bit of an indication the last time he was on their program, which many people say, thankfully, is on hiatus right now. It's supposed to return in August so they can take care of their families. But something he told people in the story, he is quoted as saying, "I'm in a new period of my life and feel very free." What did he mean by that statement?
Well, I think clearly he felt not free, trapped, you could even say, in the later stages of his marriage. And it was very telling in that final episode of the show that aired that he used the word excited to describe the end of his marriage. He said that he was sad but also excited about what laid ahead. And I think he's showing that excitement now. He's really embracing this new single guy life.
Well, did he talk anything about Kate, about the kids? I know he said he, cannot talk about Kate for a 45-day period. But the children, seeing this, I mean, especially the 8-year-olds, they're old enough to know this.
Yeah, they're going to see this. In the very first episode of this season of Jon and Kate Plus 8, Jon seemed to express sadness over the fact that his kids would Google him someday and read about these tabloid headlines. They will also see these photos. They'll be Googling this, and it's not clear if he's really thought about that. When it comes to his kids, he quickly says how much he misses them, how he's always talking to them, they're always in his mind, but obviously he's got some other things on his mind right now too.
Oh, Kate, thank you very much, and of course it's on newsstands, People Magazine this Friday. Appreciate you coming in
very much
and sharing with us, Kate. Thanks, and we'd love to know what you think. Go to our shout out board at abcnews.com.